Africa, continent of wonder.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Our intrepid heroes must seek out the fabled vessel of
So here it is,
enlightenment.
Christian playing the game in public for the first
Yeah.
time.
Brings them
Scary.
here,
No pressure.
to this distant and dusty corner of the
So what's
empire.
going on here, Christian?
So, first of course, we'll be looking around this environment to see if there's anything interesting.
There's a subtle hint there.
Yeah, was that your well, for everyone who hasn't seen Christian before, he's a gameplay designer. Was that your decision? The big arrow that says "shoot me"?
It's one of the decisions we made for at least the E3 demo, just to highlight all these interesting traps. So we don't want to miss people, have people miss out on all the interesting traps in the environments. So
Makes sense to me.
we can try and lure these mummies.
Hitting the traps is another problem though that I have. So seeing them is one thing. Actually, there you go, nice one.
Accurately shooting them, yeah. I think the shoot me label was one of those things where we were trying to work out how to draw people's attention to the shootable bit. And somebody said, why don't we just put a big arrow with shoot me on it? And everyone laughed, and then
Yeah.
we all went, no,
Ah,
That's
that'll
correct.
work.
that
Yeah.
actually kind of works.
That seems to fit the style.
Yeah, it does. Hello, champion of Apis.
Creation is this.
Looks like a minotaur, but it's an Egyptian bear.
Yes, because of course, as everybody knows, Minotaurs are Greek from
Ah, right, that's good.
as opposed to
Definitely
North
didn't
Africa.
call him Minotaur in the show.
No, goodness, no.
Christian
Wrong
just
continent.
unleashed his special power,
Yeah.
having shot many
he's coming
multiples
for
of
you.
mummies all at once, goes
Dodge.
off his power bar, and he's got another one ready to go as well.
So what Christian did there was a nice little dodge move, where if you hit the right bumper or R1 if you're on a PlayStation controller, you'll do a roll, but if you're zoomed in, you'll do a little skid to the side, which is very handy.
Ooh.
What Christian did there was he died.
Yes.
Also trying to unleash a special power,
At
but
the
you're
same time,
you're still
yeah.
vulnerable though, aren't you, in the animation for that?
Yeah, in a sticky moment.
Hello to everyone in the chat: Dan Zig, Stipper Rex, Ogre from Hell, Bam Fox.
What's the size of our development team? Well, we're all absolutely massive.
Yes.
That's
Got a good
so well
mix.
above average,
Mix of
probably.
sizes. It will vary. I mean, it will get
Yeah.
bigger as the game gets closer to
Yeah.
completion. But
We've got about 200 people in total at Rebellion, and we've got several projects running at one time or another. So with deft management, we sort of shift people around quite often on projects as and when focus is required.
Yeah, the embryonic form of Strange Brigade for quite a while had a really very small team on it.
Yeah.
And it's, over the last few months has been ramping up the size of the team.
And then there'll also be
size.
people like Tim and I who work on multiple games as well. So it kind of varies really. We're putting together T-shirt sizes for everyone, and we realise there's a hell of a lot of people who've actually at some stage done something towards the game, whether it's art or the website or whatever. So yeah, that's the way it is at Rebellion, which is nice. Right, so the amulet is charged, so you do your special now. Good time.
Yeah, so just in case you missed that earlier, as you do damage to enemies, you will charge up the 4 segments of the ring around the amulet. And each segment of those increases the rate of fire and damage of your weapon. When it's complete, you start charging up the amulet and then you can use that. So you've got to kind of chain together several hits. It works like a sort of normal combo meter in the sense that if you don't hit anything for a while, it will start to kind of drop back off again. So you need to kind of keep the intensity of the fight going to maximise your power.
Yeah, we keep chaining them together, which hopefully Blame Tim will manage to pull off later.
Yes, there is a section of this demo towards the end where you can really go to town with it.
There's quite a few questions about can you change characters mid this and features here and there. We're still very early on in development, so we can't really make many promises, to be honest, other than that it's going to be a 4-player co-op campaign. You're going to be seeing some of the content here. This is a very small slice of just one of the campaign levels, probably worth pointing out, because I think a few people thought this might be a wave-based mode or whatever, that kind of thing. This is very much part of the campaign. And this is an element of the campaign too, which is little secrets Christian's put out there.
Yes. Don't think anyone found that one at E3, did they?
I did see someone shoot it, but whether they actually then went and found the item, I don't know.
Yeah, the environments are full of all sorts of bits and pieces. There's a canopic jar around here somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, I think somewhere it's at the top.
One of these platforms to the left. Is that it? Just up there? Yeah, there we go.
And is that similar to Sniper Elite 4's kind of hidden eagles and things?
Yeah.
Yes,
Or-
but
Yes.
better.
Yeah, smashier and sort of prettier. Yes, but functionally quite similar. Yeah.
But when you get them all, you'll get rewarded with cool stuff.
Yeah, there are lots of hidden secrets around all of the levels. Canopic jars are one of them. There's a mysterious cat that I won't say too much about because it'll be a bit of a spoiler.
Cat,
A
interesting.
cat, yeah,
Egyptians love their cats.
yeah, indeed.
As do I.
Plus, lots of puzzles like hidden rooms and hidden doors and stuff. In particular, lots of hidden rooms which are specific to a certain character class, really.
Which
So they
all
can
have hair.
So here's an example of one. Yeah. So you'll only be able to open some areas of the levels if you're a particular character type. So that one isn't the Langu's one. Neither is that. Hers is later on in the level, actually,
yeah.
isn't it? So when we come through this area again with a different character, we'll show you those and the way they work. The finished game is going to have a sort of a deeper interpretation of that concept. This was something that we did for the E3 demo, where you'll be able to open up larger areas of the levels.
Probably worth chatting as well because we've seen Langu's special power. What other things are she's got a different throwing weapon, for example, to the other characters. So what's different about her in that respect?
Well, they all come equipped with a different loadout by default. You can change the weapons as you go through, as things currently stand. So she's rapid fire, sort of largely fire orientated. So her default special attack, her amulet and all the rest of it are all based around this idea of fire and machine gunning. Do you want to try one of the other characters? Oh, here we
Yes.
go. Here's her area.
Yeah, so the structure that we're going to do today, it won't be one of our longest streams, but what we're going to do is we're going to show each of the 4 characters in the sort of opening area, but then with the last playthrough, the 4th character, Tim's going to take the reins and hopefully get us all the way to the end of the demo. Really nice little battle at the end with a lot of traps and a lot of cool new enemies. So we're going to be repeating the beginning just for the sort of first part of the stream, and then we'll do one playthrough at the end.
So shall we?
So, yeah, let's leave, move on to who's next in the roster. Is it Archimedes or is it Gracie? It's Gracie. Our northern lads.
Oak from Hell, we'll talk about the maps. It's not really the same structure as Sniper Elite 4, which is a kind of open sandbox style for each level. This is very much a linear campaign that will be taking you through A to B, some very cool environments, but there will be, as Steve was talking about, different branching pathways potentially and new ways to open up. But it's not a sandbox style gameplay in the same way. There's much more a action-focused adventure game, really.
Yeah, it's for, particularly in co-op, the 4 of you to sort of make your way from A to B throughout the levels. But yeah, there's plenty to keep you entertained along the way and to replay.
Yeah, the demo's fairly focused on the kind of action side of things, but the actual campaign levels, which are obviously much larger, contain a lot more in the way of exploration and rewards for exploration, puzzle solving. So they are, we're trying to capture a kind of an era from which, Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark and films like that get their inspiration, where sort of rummaging around in these ancient sites was a thing to do back then.
Yeah, which is what Gracie's doing right now.
Yes, and also to create wanton destruction in these rather valuable ancient places.
Locate native relics and then either destroy them or sell them to the museum.
Right, so what does Gracie bring to the table then? A massive shotgun.
Shotgun, yeah.
Good
I
old
love the
shotgun.
shotgun. Super satisfying.
Yeah. Got to reload quite frequently though.
Yeah.
For those asking, the game is online co-op. You can play solo, or you can be 2 to 4 players. We can't confirm stuff like drop in, drop out, and things like that yet. I don't think.
I thought we could.
Oh well, okay.
Drop in, drop out.
I think we just did.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
well.
I told that to multiple people at E3.
Fair
It's
enough.
too late to bottle
That's
that
more
off.
my lack of knowledge than the game.
It works now. I suppose it's possible we'd take it out, but it's not likely.
I don't think that'll be very popular.
It'll scale the difficulty automatically depending on how many players drop in.
Yeah,
and out as
it
well.
is unlikely we'll be having split screen. Split screen is not something we've done in our co-op games for a while, so I would say not to expect it at the moment.
Oh, that's quite clever. That combining Gracie's special attack there with activating a trap.
Yeah. So yeah, her special is when it's charged, you can target an enemy, pull them towards you, Scorpion out of Mortal Kombat style, and then fling them away in a direction you choose if you're quick enough to explode amongst.
I think they needed some grenades there. Yeah, that's just what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Nice. And your amulet's charged. Perfect.
There is quite a lot of exploding going on. That's,
I like exploding things.
that's good. Yeah, really good.
Hustle Gaming. Too early to say really how long the campaign's going to be. It's going to be meaty. You know, our games are known for having a campaign as their main thing. It's going to depend. Obviously, we're going to want to add some replayability, make sure people want to come back and enjoy the game over and over. But yeah, we're still fairly early in development, and how big that campaign's going to be, we'll show you later on, I suppose.
I don't know if you noticed there, but when the champion of Apis just blundered into the trap, all the blades broke off. It was a little bit too tough for it.
Yeah, it's always a mistake that I made on a couple of the playthroughs at E3 where I set it when he was there, and then I didn't have the blades for use for all the enemies later on, so I really regretted it.
Will there be any Brendan Fraser DLC? If anyone's got Brendan Fraser's email address,
that would be fantastic.
We can certainly take the first step on the way to making that happen. Yeah.
That would be nice.
Let's Twitter him.
Yeah. How is it different from the Zombie trilogy gameplay-wise?
A good question.
Yeah.
It is a good question. In lots of really quite fundamental ways, actually. Although it shares the core 4-player co-op structure, it's much less focused on sniping, although those weapons probably will appear. I can't be too definite about that at the moment. It's much more. You're a much more agile character. It's about manoeuvring around an arena, managing crowds of people. There's a lot more in the way of puzzle solving and exploration as a sort of a thematic structure of all the levels. So it doesn't necessarily have the same relentless siege-like structure of some of the zombie levels. You have these kind of moments of discovery and revealing new areas, and it has a more sort of adventurous feel, much less of that kind of horror movie vibe that we captured with the zombie games.
Army was very deliberately oppressive in tone, capturing a very particular style of horror movie from the sort of 70s and 80s. And yeah, this is much lighter in tone. It's all about daring do and adventure, as Steve says.
Very much tongue-in-cheek as well. Taking the mick out of us British as well, how silly we were in the 1930s, some of our attitudes. So
with our overarching
should be fun.
empire, which is now defunct.
Yeah. A mix of SE4, Tomb Raider, and Gears. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I'll take that.
Yeah. Of course, Zombie Army didn't have all the treasure hunting that this contains as well.
No, I mean, as someone who's obviously not a designer, just the feel is just so different. It's quicker. The idea that you're trying to chain together these powers, and especially in co-op where you might combine your powers a little bit, that just feels completely different. Even though obviously 4-player co-op shooting is not something that's new to us only, but it feels very different for those who are ZAT fans. I think this is a different avenue you might enjoy. And I certainly wouldn't assume that you wouldn't enjoy it if you didn't like ZAT.
I would say also the combat is a bit closer to the player compared to Zombie Army Trilogy, where it was more sniping based and long range combat.
Mudsy, it's too early to say details about what we're going to be doing with the HUD and that kind of thing. This thing's definitely early. Certainly on PC, we tend to offer as many options as we can. We have done on Sniper Elite 4.
Yeah.
So we've encountered a puzzle here. You may have noticed those symbols in the background that we were just looking at just through the window there, and they correspond to a code which tells you the sequence in order to open this door here. If you get the sequence wrong, then the door won't open. It may also spring some booby traps, but if we get it right...
Do you have names for those tablets? Like, when I play, I'm like bird, turkey thing.
Like simple.
Yeah, bird, eye, and pump. I don't know why I think pump. It just looks like
a jug is what a lady with a jug.
I can't sit there saying jugs all day.
Oak from Hell. We played the game on PC using Xbox controllers at E3. So yes, obviously it will be supporting controller support. But our bosses are big on their PC controllers and their mice and keyboards, so it's gonna be happy for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So
Can you change your weapon loadouts? This is
right.
pertinent because
Yes.
we're just about to show you exactly how
It's
you can
almost
do
as if
that.
we'd planned the question. So here's the weapons bench, and there are all sorts of weapons here, most of which are locked in the demo. But you've got shotguns, rifles, I think there's flamethrowers and grenade launchers and all sorts of things in there.
yeah, so primary, a secondary, and a special as well,
Yes.
Special.
which Tim will get to show off in a bit.
Yeah.
It's worth pointing out as well, I'll do my first giveaway in a second. Once we load up the third character, I'll do our first giveaway.
Okay. Are we time for the third character now?
Or
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah. Do you want me to take over,
Yeah.
Christine? Show you how it's done.
that's done, yeah.
All right, okay, so to be entered to win this lovely Strange Brigade bag and a lanyard, which are very rare indeed currently, what you'll need to do is make sure you're following the channel, and then in a second put in the hashtag, it's very traditional, blame Tim, into the chat, and you'll all be entered automatically. It's just a raffle that's done by a little clever piece of software that will tell us who the winner is, and then we'll get in touch. So in a second, if you want to put in the hashtag blame Tim, and we will pick a winner in a few. Right.
Okay,
Who's this
so
then?
This is Professor Archimedes de Quincy.
Bit of a
Who's-
mouthful, but he has many attributes that are pretty cool. You may have noticed on his loadout there, he's got sticky grenades by default, which is cool because you can stick them to enemies. Not so cool if the enemies are running towards you.
Or you stick them to your teammates. That's,
Yes. He's also got the Beetle Blitz special power, which no doubt Steve will demonstrate in due course.
There is some doubt. It does require a certain degree
Oh,
of...
was
Beetle
Trying
Blitz, is
to-
that official? Is that the official name?
well, it's the official name that we came up with just before
Currently.
E3. So it,
I like it.
Yeah, it's always tricky coming up with names for these things.
Africa, continent of
Right, Archimedes. Let's see what you're up.
Okay,
He
Made
also
of.
has a very shiny waistcoat.
It does, doesn't it? Beetle-like.
Iridescent.
Yeah,
He would look good at the Rebellion Christmas party in the Oxford colleges. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he'd fit in well there.
He would fit right in, wouldn't he?
He's laden with all sorts of artefacts and jewels from his archaeological days.
Someone's asking, why are we blaming
So,
Tim?
yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good question.
That's lost in the mist of time. I don't
It
know
is.
what the original blame Tim
It's
was.
one of the biggest memes on the internet I've heard.
Certainly amongst the rebellion.
Certainly amongst regular Twitch viewers. Generally, if you come to our streams and you type in hashtag blame Tim, you've got a chance to win something at some stage. Yeah. Right, let's get chaining those kills together. He's
Yeah.
nearly there already.
Stomp him, stomp him.
Oh, yeah. I'll have a punch instead.
Fine.
Failing to do that.
what monstrous miscreation is this?
There we go.
Right.
Nice. So that homes in on multiple enemies then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it knocks off damage rather than necessarily killing them all?
It can do, depends how tough the enemies are. It won't kill that fella, for instance. But these guys might get taken out. Try and shoot that ink spot while he's displaying it.
Yeah, I really struggled with that a couple of demos, especially
Yeah,
if I
it's
was
good.
a soldier where I was like, precision is required.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Someone
There's
good
a
at
bit
video
of
games.
controller tuning required at our end as well.
Yes, that's
More
true.
aimable.
Cool.
Nice.
One of those.
Pretty
piece of
fireworks.
this.
I think this man's played this game before.
Touche.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, spoke too soon.
The Robbie curse, right? Hashtag blame Robbie.
It is but a scratch.
One of the things I'm really pleased about with this project is we've got Gordon Rennie writing for us, who's some people may know from the work he's done on 2000 AD and lots of other stuff. Some games, I think he worked on Crackdown, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
worked on
that's-
Rogue Trooper.
Well,
Rogue
yes, the
Trooper.
BAFTA nominated
Indeed.
story of Rogue Trooper, and yeah, he's done some stuff with Warhammer and things as well.
Yeah.
But,
He's a great guy, and he's really got the vibe that we're after. The sort of slightly tongue-in-cheek kind of trying to be funny exactly, but yeah, it's wry and.
Do we have a winner?
It's set in a particular period.
Ah, yeah, that's good. We haven't picked one yet, have we?
Early 20th century.
Right, we're going to roll for the winner.
Ooh.
First winner. Remember, we're going to give one more set of bag and lanyard away, and then we'll give away a copy of the game. Well, not give away straight away, but we'll put your name down and we'll give you a copy of the game on launch day. Don't worry, it worked. It worked on Sniper. We remembered. Mostly. The winner is Crade. Crade. Congratulations. You are the winner. It's good timing as well.
Nice.
Bovine's been bowled for 6.
Can't wait for Rogue Trooper. Yes, yes indeed. I'm sure we'll be doing more Twitch streams on that specific subject.
We'll similar to this. We'll be doing an E3 build demo on our Twitch stream of Rogue Trooper Redux, which is really cool as well. We've just got to plan when we're going to do that. Actually, it's always good to plan things.
Just prior to this meeting, I was mopping up some bugs on Rogue Trooper.
Bugs? Never. We had no bugs back in the day, Tim. No bugs ever.
Yeah, well, we've been putting some in order to remove them again, because what is game development without a bug fixing period?
Indeed.
So, Tim, do you want to switch seats and then go through the entire thing?
Let me get my hands on this.
Okay. Right, so what we'll do is, Tim will jump back in, we'll restart the demo with our final character. That was very slick, with our slightly creepy seat behind us. Steve looming in the background.
You didn't tell me it was a creepy
Steve's
seat.
headless there, that was brilliant. Just our green screen. I think the green screen's struggling with your shirt maybe a little bit.
Oh, is it?
I can't see it from here.
It looks pretty cool.
It's kind of shimmery.
Sit down.
Sorry.
You're disturbing me. Right, fourth character, Frank Fairburn. You may recognise that surname. Is he a relation? Is he not?
Is it a coincidence?
It could be a coincidence. He's also quite good with a rifle.
Yeah. We did use an internet random generator for the names, obviously, to make it completely fair.
But,
First hit.
I'm looking forward to using his dynamite dash, which is a really nice punchy. Shall I skip this? Yeah, I'll skip this. Yeah.
Created when are we going to release Desktop 3? Expect news very soon. Soon. Possibly in a Twitch stream very soon.
More.
You won't have to wait long.
Mystery. Yeah, secondary weapons felt unprecise in Z80. Yeah, that might be worth answering. So the balance of the two games is very different. Obviously, Z80 was set up very much around sniping. And so the secondary weapons were kind of deliberately less precise and better for a particular type of situation. You didn't really want to be... Yeah, exactly. They were sort of panic, last-ditch panic
Like
weapons.
last resort, yeah.
This is set up much more around sort of medium range precision, long range in the case of some weapons, but much more about sort of managing crowds of the machine guns. So the machine guns are, I think, feel punchier and more accurate, and they're a much more central part of the gameplay than they were in Z80. So hence they've had much more focus from us on that.
It'll take more than that to scare off the string.
Our PAL's going to be interchangeable, Steve.
That's the plan as things currently stand. But everyone will have to just sort of insert their own parentheses here, because this game's still in sort of an alpha state. So there are still aspects of the gameplay which we're experimenting with and seeing whether or not they work and whether or not they're fun. As things currently stand, you'll be able to swap out amulets. You'll collect more amulets as you play through the game, and you'll be able to swap your amulet out with a different one. So yes, they currently are.
Nice. So that's the dynamite going out there. Differs
Barrels,
a bit, doesn't
please. That's what they're requesting. So.
Barrels, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Early.
And amulet charge.
Here we go.
Bosh.
Nice.
But there was nothing for him to explode into.
So the enemy, when it lands, it explodes. Is that right?
Why this time period? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I like that. So Mainly because it's an area where a lot of the things that we enjoy, a lot of the books, TV shows, comics and stories, it's where a lot of them get their inspiration from. You know, our kind of original action heroes came from this kind of late Victorian sort of interwar period of the super scientist explorer, and it was or these Livingstone-like characters who would sort of go to other countries and cause havoc. And the writings from people like H. Rider Haggard and so on sort of created the very beginnings of this action genre, and it's something that we've always been entertained by. It's often kind of daft now and sort of silly and a bit camp, I suppose. But there's a great deal of sort of fun and ingenuity in it as well.
It's kind of the roots of where the modern blockbuster entertainment came from, with Indiana Jones, Flash Gordon. Right. Star Wars obviously was influenced by the
and now stuff
Saturday
like Uncharted,
series,
as well.
Yeah. So we're kind of going back to the roots of the kind of entertainment we all enjoy, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the world was more mysterious at the time
yes,
too.
When there were places on maps that hadn't been filled in.
Probably.
And it's less cynical, I think that's the thing I enjoy about it. Is it's much less cynical sort of time, or at least as expressed through its art, and that's actually quite refreshing. It's not dark and gritty and grim. It's kind of unashamedly exciting and adventurous and fun, and that's made it a really fun thing for us to engage with creatively.
Right, soon we'll be showing some people some new stuff.
So, before I do, it might be worth giving you a glimpse of all this background stuff here is actually. Let's see if I can get a decent view of some of it. No, I can't.
I think it's on the other side.
It's all playable parts of the level which have been locked off for the demo, but in the full game, I'll give you a glimpse down here.
There's a nice view from the bridge later too.
Yeah, there is. So there's whole areas down here and up there, and it comes through from up there and round there and off into the distance.
It's funny playing without the audio. We're kind of lacking the all the extra VO and stuff.
Yeah. Trounced. Yeah, so there's more down there. Off into the distance, going up through there, waterfalls and the like. Let's just get myself some ammo. Oh, it's full. Yeah. Fine.
Super Mike, we can't confirm the number of levels at the moment. It's not really about the number of levels necessarily, but kind of the design that's in them and how much gameplay you get out of them. But we'll be able to confirm that nearer to launch. And by the way, we can't even give you a year currently for the launch at the moment.
It's probably before 2030. Have I gone too far? Sorry,
PRs don't like it when people get exclusives. You've now got an exclusive there. It's coming out before 2030.
Probably, I said.
Yeah, probably, okay.
There was a disclaimer.
Yeah, we don't tend to show stuff off too early though. We don't tend to show things 2-3 years out. So hopefully I'll give you an indication this is going to be sooner rather than later.
Yeah. There's even some bad guys lurking down there.
I didn't spot that before. That's nice. Good shot.
He was completely minding his own business.
Less of a good shot. It'd be nice to have a scope on this thing.
Right. While Timmy's taking some pot shots, we're going to give away another bag and another lanyard for Strange Brigade. Very rare. Only had them at E3 so far. May get them at other events if we go. But yeah, there will not be many of them around, so keep hold of them. Good prize to win. So all you need to do is make sure you're following the channel. And in this case, we need to have, please put into the chat, #SitDownSteve. #SitDownSteve.
All one word, isn't it?
All one word, all lowercase.
Can I have one of those lanyards? Have I got to enter the competition?
You can have a lanyard, Steve. But the bags are quite rare, so we're going to have to hang on to those.
Let's go to eBay.
Go to eBay. I'll be really annoyed if we got all those bags and someone put them straight on eBay. Someone came to the stand at E3, the press room, and told me the bags were really bad, and then tried to sell me his company's bags, which were much better. And I was like, that's
Way
fine.
to go.
That's
mate.
fine. I appreciate the suggestion, but maybe don't slag off the things that we put out at E3 first. That would have been good.
I'm just about to spend some of my collected gold on the remarkably cheap special weapon here, the
The special
12 gauge
Krakatoa.
Krakatoa.
Great name for a shotgun.
Actually, shall I? I'm going to go
Hashtag
for
put that on
the
eBay.
rifle shotgun combo. And here we go.
For those who are just joining in now, put in the hashtag #SitDownSteve and you'll be entered for a chance to win a Strange Brigade bag and lanyard. And then we'll be giving away a copy of the game at the end of the stream once Tim has completed the level, if he completes the level.
So
Once Steve and Christian have completed the game.
Yes.
here's a little puzzle here. How do I get through the door? Well, stand on the pad, shoot the thing.
The thing, official.
Yep.
Open the thing, walk through the thing.
Thing.
Right, time for some
Look at the thing.
nice little landscaping.
Look, there's my dirigible. There's all sorts of cool stuff.
And that's how you're deployed into each campaign
That's
mission.
how we get around the world as the Strange Brigade. It's our, I guess, the helicopter of its day. But yeah, this is all part of the level here. But we're going to go somewhere else right now.
I've got a feeling one of you are going to know what the difference is between a dirigible and a Zeppelin.
Zeppelin is a German dirigible.
Ah. Oh, right. So, there we go.
Zeppelin is a brand name, like you know,
Ah.
Hoover.
Hoover.
Oh, that's cool.
So we have here our high priest chap. He is he's a mummy that raises other mummies from the ground. So he's tougher than the others. He's also got some pretty mean like special attacks. So I'm going to swap to.
We're going to get neat as well. I was looking at some animations for this guy today. And,
Oh yeah.
They're very cool. Very cool.
What's he going to do? Give us a little bit of a.
Well, I might be revealing a
hint.
feature that I might end up having to get rid of. So again with my trademark parentheses around this, he's going to actually sort of grab you with the bandage.
Nice. Well, I'm just burning these guys. So this shotgun sets things on fire as well as blowing them away, which is kind of cool.
And what's nice about that is that the enemies will be on fire, and then they'll keep adding slightly to your amulet meter because they're all taking damage
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Fire does play quite a big part in this game.
Oh, nice.
It's because they're all dry.
Yeah,
and
nice
dusty.
and flammable. These pots. Bit of
Right,
punishment.
Bobby, let's have a roll, shall we, for the winner?
Oh, what's this?
Dave Dad. Congratulations, you're the winner. I believe you've won stuff before, actually. That name's familiar. Regular on the stream.
Yeah.
No, my dad has no idea what Twitch is. I did try and send them a link once, and it didn't go well.
Let's chuck some dynamite over there. That's going to help, surely.
Those asking about frame rate won't be able to confirm at the moment. Obviously, that will depend on the hardware because we now have different multiple levels of console too, not just different varieties of PC hardware. So, not something we can confirm right now.
So,
Should be pretty smooth.
can't get through. I've got 2 of those lit up.
Need the glowy bird.
And glowy bird. For some reason I really enjoy shooting these lights. It's for the shadows. Oh,
Oh,
that's the last.
grenade in there always helps, I find.
I think I've already shot. Oh,
Don't roll into the dynamite.
okay, well I've got
Which
the
I've
last of
done
those
before.
things. And I'll just mop up here.
Try to not die.
He's really cross about something.
He just needs to chill out.
Probably being woken up, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I guess he was having a nice sleep. Get some ammo.
Hustle Gaming. Yeah, there's deliberately less gore in this, partly because
Yeah.
mummies don't really have any innards, but Also because it just fits better with the theme, I think. It's, you know,
Yeah,
well,
it comes back to what we were saying before about this era and the kind of, you know, stories and films and so on that were about at the time. That wasn't really a feature of that kind of thing. It helps to add to the sense of, well, maybe innocence is the wrong word, but there's a certain sort of like charm about that kind of pure fun, I think.
Tim, do you want to show
we don't really want to make it.
Sorry to interrupt, Steve. Just want to get, before Tim sets all the fun off, maybe showing off a little bit of the giant Anubis up there. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that is
Yes.
a giant Anubis statue. Looking ominous.
Especially if you've seen the reveal trailer.
And yeah, just over here, there's other parts of the level. Giant sunken church there. Could be important, but you're not going to see it today.
What's this glowy thing?
No.
Could be important.
Surely there'll be no trouble ensuing from this.
Yeah. Gold trim does go with his suit though, so that's good.
Another new bad guy. These are our rather threateningly
Assassins.
armoured assassins, but I've just chewed through a bunch of them with a trap.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Wow.
Oh, no, there's one left. So yeah, these guys are fast, and
And they can dodge just like you can
Yeah.
as well.
shoot off their armour. Oh, look at that. Nimble little bugger.
Ah, more
More.
of the blighters. Alternate outfits for the characters, maybe something we'd love to do if we have the time and the resource. That would be cool.
dear.
I can officially say maybe to that.
Yeah, an official maybe. Heard it here first.
Okay. Right, it's time for me to get my game on. Let's do this.
So another time we'll be showing this with. We'll probably play this demo, but with the 4 players as well, or certainly 1 or 2 or 3. That'd be good to show the co-op and show some different tactics and things. That'd be fun.
No!
Oh, Timmy.
Oh, what rotten luck. I really need to sort this out. Right, I'm going to go back to my Krakatoa shotgun.
There's people asking for some trappage there. There we go.
There we go, yeah.
You promised me some chained kills, Tim.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try and sort it out. I need to focus.
Super Mike, there certainly will be a beta, but it's going to be here at Rebellion, I would have thought. We haven't done a public beta on many of our games, but we'll see. We'll investigate. If it's something we think we need to do, then we'll look into it, but nothing to announce at the moment. Here we
Right.
go.
Let's do this.
Nice.
Bosh. Bosh.
Love that.
Bosh.
This is starting to get a rather intense.
Bosh.
Oh, there's no one on it.
I think-
Oh, a few?
I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
Previously boshed them.
Yeah.
He's not had a run like this in a long time.
Oh, hello.
Mummy's asking for it.
Yes. Let's get him. Oh. Oh no.
More enemies.
Yes, these guys are ranged spear throwing chaps. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
As you can tell, Timmy's coming fairly close to the end of this demo. So get your questions in and we'll answer a couple more before we finish, and we'll also do our final giveaway before we say good evening or good morning wherever you are.
Yeah, and I would say also with these spear throwers, like dodging becomes really important.
Yes.
That was it.
Which is also like
Oh.
a big difference with some of the Army trilogy. You're way more agile.
I think Christian's telling you to dodge. Stop being.
Yes.
I'm doing fine.
They are actually a little bit
Pyro Bro, will the outfits be customizable? Don't know at this stage.
That's another official maybe then.
Something that would be cool, for sure. Nice. No enemies to chain into then, unfortunately.
No. I had a good training sequence.
Classic skins from some of our other Rebellion games would be a nice idea. Something I
Yeah.
think we've talked about as well.
We've
But
talked about it. Yeah.
yep.
Whoa. Bosh.
That's going to set a trap up.
Oh no. It's all getting a bit hectic.
Valerie, the reason we're not doing any co-op is that we don't have a co-op build on PS4 currently, and that's the platform we're using at the moment. All platforms will have co-op eventually, but currently we just wanted to show the solo mode because we knew it ran nice.
Yeah.
Is the technical term.
You've lost me, Robbie.
Runs real nice. Tim, you're doing pretty well here.
Yeah.
You're making a right old mess, look at it.
You don't want to set off the trap while you're standing on it though. That would be a bad idea.
On reload.
There we go.
I'm always like, I just want to continue when the demo ends. So there's our Nubis statue.
It was nice
triggering
enough
some
to
stuff.
open the bridge for you.
Is this the end? Who knows?
Probably the beginning.
Stay tuned. And there's the big statue making an entrance.
Edge of the seat stuff.